get to the ground. And therefore, when the utilization certificates come back to us, we give the next tranche and so on. So no project waits for resources to come. Equally, we don't park money in programs in the states and say, or periodically check up if the money is getting spent. Because after all, many of the projects and many of our expenditure is now based on borrowed money. We want to borrow just enough to take care of our work and not borrow much more and then keep paying interest. So this SNA Sparsh, in which all the states are on board, ensures faster release of funds, better visibility for utilization, and reduced parking of public money. So this push-based system that we've now brought in actually enables funds to go to the last mile, and it can be tracked and traced at any point in time, both by the central government and the local body, and also the central state governments. So this just-in-time has actually helped us. Now, we have not left it at that. In the budget documents, there is a statement 4AA, capital A, of the expenditure profile that we produce every time during the budget, which actually gives a comprehensive state-wise and scheme-wise breakdown of the actual releases that are made of funds for the centrally sponsored schemes. So it is not just digitally transparent for all of us to see state government, central government, and also the concerned department at the state level, but it is available as a document in every budgetary set of documents that we produce for all members to see it. So this system has actually helped us to prudentially use money without wasting it. So I think Honorable Member Sanjay Yadav had spoken about decline in public sector employments and employment opportunities, including in railways and defense. Sir, I think it's a bit ironic, sir, member, sorry for making a political statement, but sometimes it helps because the comments which are coming are also politically motivated, I feel. A member from RJD speaks about public sector employment and says, no, it's not happening. We cannot, the land, what is that, land for jobs recruitment scam? Yes. We are not doing that. We are not doing, give us land and therefore we'll give you jobs. It's all transparent, it's put out. And in fact, I will appreciate the railways for having come up with the annual recruitment calendar. 25-26 was already released, and at that time it started off, ensuring that youth no longer have to wait for a single notification to come. The calendar is already announced. And also, 18 Rozgar Melas under the leadership of Prime Minister has taken place since its launch in October 22. Like the way we periodically give Kisan Samman Nidhi for the farmers through direct benefit transfer. Here is a job, Rozgar Mela, which periodically appoints people publicly. Letters of appointment are given by ministers going and participating in different states, by Honorable Prime Minister himself standing up and saying, I'm giving this straight away, and that calendar keeps moving in a very dynamic fashion. So we are creating jobs, and it has resulted in public sector, Government of India, it has resulted in distribution of over 11 lakh appointment letters, publicly seen by everybody. And we are obviously giving jobs to the deserving, sir, not just for those who are giving us piece of land. We don't want the land. Nor are we picking up land for giving jobs. So, and also the recruitment drive is part of the Railways annual recruitment calendar, I said already. And that has been introduced in 2024 for Group C posts. So it's all publicly laid out. Railways and defense are openly, publicly recruiting and announcing the recruitment details as well. There is no hide and seek in that. Sir, Honorable Member Shakti Singh Gohil raised a lot of questions about new standard of the GDP numbers. The new standard to belittle previous numbers so that my number may look good, and in this series you have revised the GDP numbers to belittle the previous numbers. These are routine exercises in the government. I'll tell you the number of times Government of India has done this, and not randomly. It goes systematically, sir. 9 revisions since independence have happened. Governments of every political persuasion have done this. The first base year of 1948-49 was released in 1956 under Prime Minister Nehru's Congress government, followed by 1960-61, which was released in 1967, and 1970-71 base year was released in 1978 under the Janata Party government under Shri Morarji Desai. Rajiv Gandhiji's Congress government released the 1980-81 base year series in 1988, and Shri Vajpayee under the NDA government released in 1993-94 series in 1999. Dr. Manmohan Singh carried 2 revisions, releasing the 1999-2000 series in the year 2006 and the 2004 to 2005 series in 2010. The current outgoing 2011, the one which is going to be replaced by the latest series, the current outgoing 2011-12 series was released in 2015 under Prime Minister Modi, and now the 22-23 series has already been released. So this happens every 10 years. I'm sure Honorable Member Shakti Singh is not suggesting that every previous revision was to taunt the earlier governments. No, this is a process of governance. It happens under every government. So it gives us, it's not every time, I'm sure, and I confidently believe that every time it's not for belittling the predecessor governments. They are done because it has to be, the base has to be scientifically tested, statistically proved, and then kept on. So this new series, several new and improved data sources are being used to bring in granularity, accuracy, and reliability of the estimates. More than 300 data sources and about 1,400 variables are all used to make this GDP series, and it captures household sector information also, because now it uses the annual survey of unincorporated sector enterprises, ASUs as we say it, and the PLFS, the Periodic Labor Force Study Survey, are all used for better picture of the economy. Also now we have the advantage of the GST data, which shows where companies are operating and their output is assigned to the right states accurately. So the data has now become a lot more comprehensive, a lot more vibrant, and a lot more true to the time in which the data is being extracted. The PFMS real-time data actually reduces errors. So you're not coming up with a number which probably will need a further correction, or the margin of error is higher. No, now you're able to get even better, avoids delays, and makes GDP estimates more accurate. So we are also using the e-Vahan, rail and air transport services data, and fuels related data, so that greater value is, we are able to estimate better value for the goods and services. So the new GDP series is actually reviewed, peer-reviewed by many observers of the Indian economy. They didn't have a reason to worry about it, but I want to request the member to have greater in-depth look into what has come out. So then, gender budget has been completely cut out, meaning removed or not even considered, is a view that Honorable Member Wilson has expressed. I just want to highlight, sir, overall allocation under gender budget has increased from 4.49 lakh crores in 25-26 BE to 5.02 lakh crores in BE 26-27. So within 1 year, BE to BE, there is this kind of an increase. In fact, this allocation is about 38% higher than the actuals of 24-25. So it's important for us to recognize, sir, but I don't know, I'm subject to correction, but about women, all party meeting was held, all our leaders participated, many leaders participated in it, all parties participated on this matter of women's reservation bill. Their views have been taken, government is planning to respond, and we want everybody's views to be taken. And in that meeting, DMK was not present. But here they're asking gender budget. If you're really concerned about women, why couldn't you attend that meeting along with the other party leaders? आप मीटिंग में नहीं आते, महिला के विषय में आप श्रद्धा नहीं दिखाते, मगर उनको लगता है कि जेंडर बजट का हमारी अमाउंट कम हो गया है। कहाँ कम हुआ जी? ऊपर से ज्यादा ही हुआ।
Please take your seat.
So,
please.
What not correct? You were not in an all-party meeting. Why not?
Please take your
present?
seat. Yes.
Were you present? Please. Were you present?
Please take your seat.
All-party meeting is a secret?
Madam.
Honorable Deputy Chairman say all-party meeting is where everybody is seated together. They were not there. I am highlighting that. Is it wrong or is it right? There can be only two. There can't be a grey area. I was in the wall, you didn't see me. You were not there. मान लो கரெக்டா இல்லையான்றது நீங்க எப்படி சொல்றீங்க? நீங்க இல்லைங்க அந்த மீட்டிங்ல. அந்த மீட்டிங்ல நீங்க இல்ல. He was not there. Yes. He was not there.
बोले madam, please.
Sir, misleading is not the issue, sir. They were not there. It was an important meeting. All parties were represented. They were not there. Huh? When all parties were called, you were not there. Keep asking now.
Please. Please.
Right. Sir, I don't mind Congress party and others rising in support. I will give more. Now that it has come to this, I will talk about the status of women in Tamil Nadu. आप इसके लिए इतना तड़प रहे हैं और सब आपके लिए कॉमरेडरी दिखा रहे हैं। मैं महिला के हालात तमिलनाडु में वो बोलना चाहती हूँ कि பெண்களுடைய நிலைமை தமிழ்நாட்டில் இருக்கிற நிலைமையை எடுத்து சொல்றேன், நீங்க கேட்டுக்காங்க. அதை பத்தி நீங்க மறுக்க முடியாது. Sir, leave me talking about it. One of the NGOs, leave me talking about it. An NGO which is based in Madurai did a study about what is happening in Tamil Nadu and about women in Tamil Nadu, and they said there is a steep rise of 40% in crimes against women in Tamil Nadu. You can argue with that as well. And this is based on 6 years of data, 2019 to 24, from 26 out of 38 districts. Women's situation in Tamil Nadu and gender budget के बारे में इधर रो रहे हैं. 26 out of 38 districts में महिला के हालात के ऊपर NGO के स्टडी बोलता है 40% इंक्रीज है क्राइम रेट में. उसके लिए आप प्लीज कुछ करो, क्योंकि I am also from Tamil Nadu and I want that state to be safe for women. Don't come and shed crocodile tears. महिला के लिए बजट कम हो गया, कम नहीं हुआ, मगर हालात उधर गंभीर है. தமிழ்லயும் சொல்றேன்ப்பா, இங்கிலீஷ்லயும் சொல்றேன், ஹிந்திலயும் சொல்றேன், முடிஞ்ச மீதி 2-3-4 பாஷையிலும் சொல்றேன். உண்மையை ஒத்துக்கணும். நீங்க இதுக்கு பதில் சொல்லுங்க, பின்ன அதுக்கப்புறம் உணர்வு சொல்றேன் உங்களுக்கு.
Please.
Sir, this study team took 90 cases and it was shocking to note that only in 3 cases the accused were convicted. In rest they are all roaming free. பெண்களுடைய நீங்க எழுப்பினது நீங்க என்ன ஜெண்டர் பத்தி பேசுறீங்க, போய் சொல்றீங்க பட்ஜெட் பத்தி. So if in the 90 cases which have been studied, 98% of cases may, agar accused is roaming free and the court has not given any conviction in those 10 full years, take care of women in the state. Yes? Manipur apati உள்ளாட்சி துறை அமைச்சரே வந்து இங்க கொடுத்திருக்கார் ஸ்டேட்மென்ட். நிராகரிக்க முடியாது உங்களால. Home Minister came and gave a statement here. Home Minister was there when the incident happened in Manipur. He sat in the camps. After that, for 3 months, MOS was sitting in Manipur. At one point in time, when similar thing happened in Manipur, the UPA government's minister did not even visit Manipur. Sir, if this is the way we have to talk, there are ministers in Tamil Nadu who have in public uttered such grossly unacceptable statement about women. Ama, neenga election vechidana engitta pesreenga, nanu pesuven. Sir, at least 4. I will stop with it, don't worry. There are at least 4. What is this? It's a response given. I am shocked. Jairam Ramesh, I will bring in statements also for you. Of course I am.
Please, yes.
So there are 4 or 5 instances, sir. No, Finance Minister of India doesn't mean that I shouldn't talk about issues of women-related concerns. You ask me about Manipur, I will say about Manipur as well. So, sir, with the state and its ministers publicly stating things which are totally against women, the shedding of tears about gender budget is not acceptable at all. He's a senior advocate in Supreme Court. I respect Honorable Member Wilson. He should go into the details. What has been allotted, what is not, and then tell me gender budget has come down. Sir, again, I'm sorry, sir. GST related wrong information. GST is an indirect tax. It is levied, whoever purchases an item, be him rich or poor, that tax is paid. But for the poor, for the commodities that they will buy, for the goods that they will buy, the GST Council has sat and discussed about it and decided that we'll have to further reduce for the sake of the common people. But I'm sorry, but if a rich man also has to buy soap, even he will have to pay the tax. I cannot say every shopkeeper, you make sure that when the richest man in the town comes, you make him pay 30%. Whereas when the poorest man comes, you pay 5%. Is that possible, sir? So I'll tell you how the poorest of the poor, whose essentials are being taxed nothing or less. In over 30 items, sir, I'm giving a list if you want, which are of use for everybody, poor people, construction workers, farmers, street vendors, or common Indian citizens who are not high net worth. Rice, wheat, pulses, that is dal, taxes exempt. GST nahi hai, exempt. Atta, maida, besan, GST exempt. Fresh vegetables, GST exempt. Fresh fruits, exempt. Fresh milk, curd, lassi, buttermilk, eggs, exempt. Fresh meat, chicken, fish, bread, jaggery, salt, papad, kajal, bindi, sindoor, kumkum, plastic, glass bangles, everything exempt. Contraceptives, vaccine, educational services, healthcare services, exempt, sir. Similarly, in the September meeting, we have added more items for exempt category. UHT milk, paneer, pizza bread, kakra, chapati, roti, paratha of various ways, south paratha, north paratha, all Indian breads, pencils, sharpeners, erasers, crayon, notebooks, individual health insurance, individual life insurance, and selected life-saving cancer medicines are all exempt. So I want honorable member to say, where is the GST? Really, if there are more items, the GST Council will consider. All are exempted from paying any GST. And in the 5% category, sir, where it is processed food coming in, sugar, tea, coffee, edible oils, cooking oils, butter, ghee, cheese, condensed milk, almonds, dates, dried fruits, clothing up to 2,500 per piece, are all under 5% category. ये कहाँ से rich के लिए, poor के लिए वगैरह आता है sir? And indirect tax, nobody is in a position to implement for a rich man differently from a poor man. इसीलिए हम ये करते हैं कि पोअर खरीदने वाले एसेंशियल आइटम्स में कम से कम एकदम वाइवर ही दो. So how does it not benefit the poor? It's not discriminatory in that sense. So I'll come back to Honorable Member Shakti Singh Gohil, sir. Again on the cesses and surcharges, sir. I think I've answered this quite a number of times. Constitution gives the right for cesses and surcharges to be collected by the central government. Of course, it has to be for a purpose. It can't be, I collect it without stating the reason. And we'll have to be accountable for the money collected to be spent on that particular thing on which we have said we are collecting. And if the concern is we are collecting but we are not spending, I can appreciate it. But we are collecting but also spending. And not just what is collected, sometimes even more. This data has been given several times, sir. I would again highlight, states are the ultimate beneficiary of the cesses that we collect, whether it's for education, health, or roads, and so on. So just the numbers, two numbers. Between 2014-15 to 26-27, the latest available figures. Overall major cess collections, excluding crude oil and GST compensation, sir, the collection was, and I still call it estimate, 23.34 lakh crores. And those which are included are agriculture, infrastructure development cess, health, education cess, road and infrastructure cess. Against this, the utilization is estimated to be 24.28, 23.34 collected, 24.28 lakh crores expended, sir. So we are spending more than what we have collected in cesses and surcharges. 104% is what I can say is being utilized. So concern of Manya Member Shakti Singh Gohil should be addressed by this response. Sir, I think again there was a very important question. How will the government ensure fiscal deficit at 4.3 in 2026-27 in view of the reduction in excise duties announced on petrol and diesel? The current situation about which we announced. I can't see the honorable member who asked it, Saket Gokhaleji. I want to say, sir, union excise duty is one of the multiple sources of revenue to the government and contributes under 10% of the gross tax revenue estimated to be collected the forthcoming financial year. So mobilization of additional resources, prioritizing on growth-induced expenditure, better targeting of welfare expenditure, and also greater transparency in fiscal operations have been significantly the hallmark of our government. And I think we will, following the same pattern, we'll be able to keep the government's fiscal stance carefully managed. Also, there will be efforts to have greater mobilization through non-tax revenues. So I appreciate the member for having asked a question which is of relevance today, and we shall be on our toes, if I can say that way. So again, what is India's crude policy? What is the government doing during these times is a question asked. But I want to just highlight through comparing our situation with the rest of the countries around us. Globally, sir, first of all, international crude oil prices have surged from $70 per barrel to $122 barrel, $122 per barrel within just 1 month. That's kind of an increase driven by this West Asia conflict, particularly because of the disruptions in Strait of Hormuz. Brent crude has not dropped below $100 since March 13. So consequently, petrol and diesel prices for consumers have gone up all over the world by 30 to 50% in Southeast Asian nations. दुनिया भर के increase हो रही है और Southeast Asian nations में 30 to 50% increase हुआ है, 30% in North America. जी,
Please, please, माने, please, not please, let her speak, please, आप बोलो. Please, डांगी जी सीट पर बैठकर नहीं बोलते, आप जानते हैं.
जवाब दे रही हूँ, एंटिसिपेट करके मुझे मेरे मुंह बंद ना करना, मैं जरूर जवाब. Sir, so in this context where the prices have gone up, 30% to 50% in Southeast Asian countries, 30% in North America, 20% in Europe, 50% in African countries is the increase. And since the last 4 years, after the Russia-Ukraine conflict, there's been severe stress in terms of the oil, fertilizers, and therefore we are carefully managing. And the Prime Minister's one single guidance is, जनता हमारी नागरिक के ऊपर बोझ ना पड़े. There should not be a burden on the citizen of India. That's been the guidance given to me, and we are managing carefully. This morning, the announcement which is made, government has issued, purposely I'm getting into the details, and then I'll move to say a few more things. Government has issued a notification cutting petrol excise duty from 13 to 3 per litre, a reduction of 10 rupees. Diesel duty was removed entirely, dropping from 10 to 0, 10 rupees to 0. No waiting period, no phased rollout. Immediate effect from today. The results are, petrol and diesel retail prices in India remain completely unchanged. We have not increased. On the contrary, the government is taking the burden, making sure the oil marketing companies will ensure buying more and doing supply and keeping the supply uninterrupted. Actually, this is actually making sure that the volatility outside, both of the cost and of the supply constraints, does not hit the ordinary citizen. Price remains unchanged for the citizen, and that is what I want to make clear here. We are making sure that people of India don't suffer. Similarly, sir, there are standalone refineries, all of whom are bringing the crude, refining, and sending out refined products, various types of products, to countries abroad, making their business, earning well, and so on. On them, we have put this restriction that we have taken a massive hit on our taxation revenues to ensure very high losses of oil marketing companies, approximately 24 rupees per litre for petrol and 30 rupees per litre of diesel. At this time of sky-high international prices are reduced. Simultaneously, sir, an export tax has been levied so that international prices of petrol and diesel have skyrocketed, and any refinery in India exporting to foreign countries will now have to pay this export tax to the government. So those refineries which are sending products which are refined should make them be available for Indian citizens first before they export. So export करके अच्छा कमाना अच्छा है, ठीक है, मगर आज के हालात में एक्सपोर्ट करके आप कमाना सिर्फ अच्छा नहीं है, मगर आप अगर एक्सपोर्ट करना है, भारत के लिए अवेलेबल करो, पहले हमारे लिए सप्लाई इंश्योर करो, बाद में आप एक्सपोर्ट करो, मगर एक्सपोर्ट करने के समय हमारे लिए 24 रुपीस पर लीटर ऑफ पेट्रोल एंड 30 रुपीस पर लीटर ऑफ डीजल के लिए आपका लॉस को सरकार भरपाई कर रही है। सो सप्लाई का भी इंतजाम हो रही है, रेट न बढ़ाने के लिए भी इंतजाम हुआ है आज सिर्फ एक अनाउंसमेंट के वजह से। और कल रामनवमी, इसके बावजूद भी ऑनरेबल प्राइम मिनिस्टर ने सबको बुला करके इसके ऊपर चर्चा करके निर्णय लिया कि जनता को ये सुविधा दे। Normally we are told you don't need to compare with other countries. एक बार हमें बोला भी गया कि देख लो कि एक्सपोर्ट रेवेन्यू बांग्लादेश में कितना हो रही है, हम तो इधर एक्सपोर्ट भी नहीं कर रहे हैं, एफडीआई भी नहीं ले आ रहे, ऐसे करके उस समय एकदम कंपैरिजन बांग्लादेश, श्रीलंका, नेपाल वगैरह। मैं उसी रास्ते पर चलते हुए आई वांट टू से दिस सर, व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इन पाकिस्तान? 200% hike on high octane fuel is happening. 20% hike on petrol and diesel overnight हुआ है. Petrol now is sold at 321 rupees, Pakistani rupees a liter. And this is a reported news. I am not sourcing it from somewhere else. Smart lockdowns announced in Sindh province so that their fuel can be conserved. Restricting movement, gatherings and public events down to one more paper is reported even from Pakistan. Schools are shut for 2 weeks. Government offices have moved to 4-day working week. Private offices told to shift 50% staff to work from home. हम ये तो नहीं कर रहे हैं सर, मगर गलत फहमी फैला रहे हैं लोग, कुछ नेतागण कि there will be lockdown. कोई लॉकडाउन का गुंजाइश नहीं है भारत देश में। ये गलत फहमी फैलाना छोड़ना चाहिए नेतागण। बेसलेस रूमर मॉन्गरिंग और जनता के मन में एक भय फैलाने के लिए कुछ भी कह दो। कहां हो रही है लॉकडाउन का? पाकिस्तान में हो रही है, ना कि इंडिया में। सर, मार्केट्स एंड शॉपिंग सेंटर्स आर ऑर्डर्ड टू बी क्लोज्ड बाय 9:30 PM पाकिस्तान में। इधर हो रही है क्या? ऐसे कुछ नहीं है। और बांग्लादेश का हालत देखिए सर, मैं ये नहीं कह रही हूं कि हाँ वो कष्ट में और दुख में है, नो, आई एम नॉट सेइंग दैट। मैटर ऑफ फैक्ट कंपैरिजन के लिए बोल रही हूं। उन देशों को अभी हमारी तरफ से जो भी मदद अगर मांग रहे हैं वो सब हम करते जा रहे हैं। गुड नेबरली रिलेशंस के लिए हम कर रहे हैं। All universities shut down and shifted to online learning in Bangladesh because electricity nahi hai. 5-hour rotational power cuts happening, implemented for domestic consumers in the city Dhaka. Fuel station across Dhaka closed due to shortage of octane and diesel. So हालात हर देश में ये मिडिल ईस्ट का वॉर के कारण बिगड़ा हुआ है। हम मैनेज कर रहे हैं जिससे हमारे नागरिक को कोई दिक्कत ना हो। I can go further, sir, but I'm just saying the contrast in price, I want to say, India, nothing has changed. Whereas in Pakistan, plus 20% to plus 200% price, depending on petrol, diesel, high octane, whatever. Bangladesh has rationed, stations closed, supply cut 10 to 15%. Excise duty action, we have cut ₹10 per litre. None of them have responded. Schools, I told you about schools, offices, markets, power supply and so on. So India among this neighborhood countries is maintaining a level of stability. And किसी भी हालात में हमारे नागरिक के ऊपर कुछ दबाव ना हो, इस मकसद से ऑनरेबल पीएम हम सबको आदेश दे रहे हैं, गाइडेंस दे रहे हैं, एंड वी आर इम्प्लीमेंटिंग समय समय पर। सो देशवासियों को हम पॉजिटिव मैसेज देना और एकजुट रह करके इस परिस्थिति से बाहर आना चाहिए। सो आई वुड अपील टू ऑल ऑनरेबल मेंबर्स टू लुक एट that the government is active and responding to the rapidly changing situation. Sir, one very relevant issue to tax administration, sir, Honorable Member Wilson has raised it. He says tax authorities can reopen past year cases without limits. Why? First of all, I want to say, sir, that's not correct. There is a limit of 5 years for which past assessments can be opened. Beyond that, they cannot. Cases can only be reopened, even then, I want to say, cases can be reopened only if the escaped income is 50 lakh or more. Matlab, you didn't declare 50 lakh, we got to know, and that is what we'll reopen the case, only to that limited amount which has escaped assessee's attention or has come to the notice of the tax administration. And it protects the small and medium taxpayers because we have only put 50 lakh and above, otherwise no. There are of course many other facts which can go, but simple answer is we don't open accounts beyond 5 years. So largely I think I've addressed the issues raised by honourable members, sir. I request the House to consider and return the finance bill.
Honourable members, I shall now put the motion regarding consideration of the appropriation number 2 bill 2026 to vote. The question is that the appropriation number 2 bill 2026 as passed by Lok Sabha be taken into consideration. Those in favour will please say aye. Aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. The motion is adopted. We shall now take up clause by clause consideration of the bill. Clauses 2 to 4 and the schedule stand part of the bill. Those in favour will please say aye. Aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. Clauses 2 to 4 and the schedule are adopted. Clause 1, the enacting formula and the title stand part of the bill. Those in favour will please say aye. Aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. Clause 1, the enacting formula and the title are adopted. Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman ji to move that the bill be returned.
Sir, I rise to move that the bill be returned.
Motion moved that the bill be returned. The question is that the bill be returned. Those in favour will please say aye. Aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. The bill is returned. Sir, 1 minute. I'll please. I shall now put the motion regarding consideration of the Finance Bill 2026 to vote. The question is that the Finance Bill 2026 as passed by Lok Sabha be taken into consideration. Those in favour will please say aye. Aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. The motion is adopted. We shall now take up clause by clause consideration of the bill. Clauses 2 to 161 and the 1st to 6th schedule stand part of the bill. Those in favour will please say aye. Aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. Clauses 2 to 161 and the 1st to 6th schedule are adopted. Clause 1, the enacting formula and the title stand part of the bill. Those in favour will please say aye. Aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. Clause 1, the enacting formula and the title are adopted. Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman ji to move that the bill be returned.
Sir, I rise to move that the bill be returned.
Motion moved that the bill be returned. The question is that the bill be returned. Those in favour will please say aye. Aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. The bill is returned.
Sir.
Bill is over now.
Sir, bill is over. Bill is over. I have nothing to say on the bill. It's just a matter of information. The Honourable Finance Minister of India informed the House that there was an all-party meeting on the Women's Reservation Bill. Now, it is a fact that the Congress party and other opposition parties have been demanding an all-party meeting after the 29th of April because there is an election going on right now in 5 states. I want to categorically state there has been no all-party meeting till now.
Thank you, Mani Sansadiya Mantri.
Unexpected expression of the views by General Rameshji to this August House. I have from the day one told Jairamji and his colleagues, including the leader of opposition, that government intends to enter into consultation with all parties. Whether it's all party together,
Please, let him finish this.
whether it is all party in one table or parties one by one, this is a methodology adopted.
Please let him speak.
This is
Mr. Wilson, आप बीच-बीच में न खड़े होइए. Please let him speak.
This is an option exercised by the government. Now, I expect the Congress party not to dictate the government how to conduct a process of consultation. Secondly, let me clarify.
But yes, his